We're back at the Vaughn factory learning all about what's new, what's the same, what's going on with goalie pads this season. Welcome back to Goalie Training Pro TV from the Vaughn factory. Today I am with Jay and Connor. Jay is the retail rep, Connor is the pro rep, and we're diving in to learn about the pads and what's going on and what's new, the V10 line, what that's all about. So let's get to it. Guys, where do you want to start?
Well, we've got the V10, which has launched and will be hitting stores in the near future, and we've got basically a redesigned velocity pad with a lot of upgrades and changes for the better. So we've basically got a pad that is from the break up to the top of the pad much stiffer. So it seems to be the trend where we're getting stiffer pads for better butterfly 5-hole closure. So we're going to have a little more HD in here, a much stiffer pad. We've got a pad that has a knee block, again, that is integrated into the core of the pad to create more of a stable knee block. As well, we've got our RRC Plus, which evolved from the Scriven strap, which the RRC strap, which was one strap, and now we have two straps.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking connectivity to the pad. We're talking about the goalie being more reactionary and the pad moving with him, and multiple ways to wear these straps. So we can go inside the leg channel. We can go outside the leg channel, and we can totally dial in that fit.
Oh, wow.
Where we can have this RRC Plus strap on the inside, and you could have the bottom one on the outside. You could remove the bottom one or put the bottom one on the inside as well. So the connectivity and this strap that evolved from the Scriven strap is amazing.
Yeah.
When we actually factor in as well the flat boot and soft boot, we've got a pad that accommodates RVH in a better way, and basically a pad that is more typically worn tighter to the leg, but all goalies can wear this pad.
When you say the soft boot, what do you mean?
So we're talking flex boot. So when we RVH and we're trying to squeeze into the post, so we're getting right against that post.
Yeah.
And then the flat boot obviously creates less friction when we're going down in the butterfly.
Yeah.
And there is absolutely less rubbing on top of the skate. So for a better attack angle when we're down, and for when the pad's sitting on top of your skate.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about sliding surface. I'm
right.
Like
so
sliding fan.
Yeah, exactly. So Quick Slide is our material on the inner gusset. Probably the best in the business when you're talking to bloggers and goalies when they're at goalie schools and when they're testing these pads. And we're talking about sliding when the ice is clean, and we're talking about when the ice is not clean. And you're going to get there faster with Quick Slide. And literally, Connor can speak to this as well. We see eyes open when the goaltenders try this for the first time, including ourselves.
Yeah, night and day difference for sure.
Yeah.
A second chance and a big side clip. He raw passion.
It's pretty cool. This is a 34 plus 2, and it like when Jay was first holding it, it was like, oh, that looks like a very big pad. But it's actually super light. I'm surprised at how light this pad is too. So that's impressive.
Yeah, exactly. So again, just like soft boot, stiffer thigh, integrated knee block, Quick Slide stays, and an updated RRC Plus strapping system. So far, any demo skate and any goalie school that we've been at, really great results.
Who's the goalie you have in mind when this pad is?
Again, I mean, it's that we have that hybrid butterfly conversation, but I really feel both style of goaltenders can wear both pads. I think for connectivity, or someone wants to wear their pad tighter to the leg, this strapping system really accommodates that. I've worn it without the bottom strap and the top strap on the inside of the leg channel for the RRC straps, and that worked well for me because I like that freedom in my lower calf, but I like being connected in my upper calf. So I think it's a hot topic when everyone says, oh, which one is for you? I think a goaltender could wear this because they can take those straps right out if they don't want that tightness and connectivity, and then they can have the straps in and be connected.
Yeah, and no bootstrap.
No bootstrap, can be ordered with a bootstrap. The pad with the RRC straps sits a little bit higher, I would say, with the flat boot. Bootstrap can be ordered, not necessary, but again, that seems to be the way, and not using a bootstrap for myself, and Connor can speak to it as well.
Yep.
we like it.
Yeah.
Personally, without a boot strap.
Yeah.
Again, it's a very common ask for spec to be removed from the pad. So again, we're listening to the people and giving them what they want.
Yeah, I like too that like the toe bridge is adjustable, so you can set it sort of in the middle or a little bit towards the inside. I really like that.
Yeah, winner, a great combination, and Mike and Brent, our designer, have done an amazing job, and we both worn it on the ice. We like it, and the goalies who we get in this pad seem to like it a lot. So
Yeah, that's impressive. That's awesome.
Very much a good update for Velocity line in the right direction. I mean, over the last few models, Velocity has more or less stayed the same. We've changed some strapping stuff, like Velocity 8 was, the magnetic strapping system. More or less V9 was the same. We updated the strapping, but V10 we've taken a big leap, and coming from Velocity 9 to Velocity 10, it was much needed, and we think it's going to be a good product moving forward.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Connor, you have the SLR3?
Sure do.
Give me a rundown on that one.
Cool. So the SLR3 is going to be for more or less, again, we touched on, the hybrid or the butterfly goalie. We don't really like to label that just that way, just because, goaltending is more and more every day becoming very universal.
Yeah.
The style of play isn't much different. We have exceptions. Jonathan Quick, one of our guys, is still very much an exception in the league, but like Jay said, both guys can more or less wear this pad. This profile of the pad's going to be a lot straighter, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to have kind of like the angled bar here on the outside of the pad versus V10 where it's that squared off bar.
Yeah.
Again, we have the quick slide on the inside, very much, an advantage that we have over other companies. Boot angle is going to be very similar. V10, we've kind of done that flatter boot, like Jay said, where for SLR3, we're maintaining the channel in the boot there. Strapping is going to be a little bit different. Now, Jay has the new V10 with the RRC Plus. Now, with SLR3, we have just a single knee. You can either go across or down. We have the original magnetic RRC strap that goes right behind the calf, kind of right below the knee. Magnetic. We have the single calf in the center, and then we have the one at the very bottom.
Yep.
And then we have that boot strap there at the bottom. If you still want to use it, it is removable with the clips. Mm-hmm. So if you choose not to use it, you can obviously take it out. Same with this RRC strap. If you don't want to use it, it is adjustable. You can undo those laces and it'll simply pop out. And same with the knee stack there. If you don't like the flap and you go down to the calf, you can simply take this out and or leave it. Style points, we do like to leave it in, but you can't take it out.
I noticed somebody in the NHL is like, they left that pad on. I always take it off.
You know what? A little bit of style points,
wings. Little wings.
Cruising in the wind, we'll take it.
Flow with the flow.
That's it.
Yeah, and you can see like a pretty big difference, in just the profile
Correct.
of the pad, when you look at them from the side like that.
So Velocity will have that curvature kind of at the top there, which, some guys like, some guys don't. And then with the SLR, we do have more of a straighter profile.
Yeah.
More
like what they would have called like a blocking pad, right?
Correct.
Like
That's
in
right.
the olden days.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now again, when it comes to customization, you can do whatever you like. If you really want an extra stiff top, we can do that in Velocity so that it'll have that very rigid feel. Soft boot, stiff top seems to be 9 times out of 10 what guys are ordering nowadays. Again, that's just kind of where goaltending seems to be moving forward, where everybody's more or less playing the same from Velocity to SLR. Specs seem to be the same. It's just a matter of preference of strapping and or boot angles or anything like that, and that's all customizable, obviously.
I think too, obviously, when we're doing fittings and trying to dial in that goaltender, we like to kind of take a look at where they're at with their gear right now, and if they like the flex of their pad and the softness of their pad or the stiffness of their pad. So as an example, someone says, well, I like them, they're great, I wish they were a bit stiffer. We know we can dial them in and make that thigh stiffer. In terms of customization with colors, there's customizers on our website. You can do anything you want. You can do any color you want. We had neon, orange, and silver weave pads go out yesterday.
Yeah, they look great.
Wow, that's cool.
So we can do it all, and the world is your oyster, basically.
Yeah. Do you guys find maybe it's 2 different answers, but I feel like more and more pads are leaning towards kicking out those rebounds, big time kicking out the rebounds. Is that what you find most people are looking for now?
Absolutely.
As opposed to it deadening it and dropping? It seems like everything's
gone are the days where guys like the softer face in order to cover rebounds right away after they make a save. guys want to kick that puck out as far as they can from them,
Yeah.
give them that extra time to get up and set to the play. So the hard faces and the hard rebounds is definitely a common spec and something that, you know, we do as well.
Yeah.
And in the stock pads themselves, that's how they perform now. So it's great.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing that on the ice, I had a set of Pro Carbon V10s on the ice yesterday. I had intermediate V10 Pro Carbons, and I had junior V10 Pro Carbons, three goalies. And the rebounds were big on all the pads.
Yeah.
So in sitting with the dads and the goalie coach who was on the ice and talking and having them come talk to me, and we were talking about the rebounds and how they felt, they all loved the rebound.
Yeah.
And even when rebounds would kind of kick out, hit the boards and get close to the blue line, we would just look at each other. And that's what I was talking about prior. And then it was just on the ice, it was evident that it worked. So it's really great to see, because that is what needs to happen.
I'm interested to hear your perspective. Have you ever skated in Vaughn pads? My first pads I ever had were a set of used Vaughn pads, and they were like black with brown like upholstery on them or something. They were not the best looking pads. But I'm interested to hear what your experiences are, how it really worked with your game, or if there's something that you didn't like about it, drop it in the comments below. Let's see what the scoop is on Vaughn pads from your perspective. Now, if some of the goalies that I work with don't live in places where it's easy for them to go to a hockey shop.
Yep.
So I guess I have two questions. One is, if I need to just order pads online and I don't have the opportunity to try them on, you know, what's my best method to get ones that are actually going to fit?
Right.
And then the follow-up question is going to be, if I can go down to Source for Sports or whatever, and I'm going to try on some pads, you know, what should I do to kind of like take my skates, or what should I do? So first question, I can't go to a shop, I just need to order online.
Right.
How do I go about that to give myself the best chance?
Right. So I think in that situation, I think you want to call the dealer, call the store, talk to their goalie experts, talk about what you have, talk about where you're landing on the knee stack and how big or small your pads are, because they can kind of guide you in the right direction. Obviously, they're doing it sight unseen, but they're trying to guide you into what size would fit you next, and kind of get you that next pad that's going to be in the right place. In terms of getting to a store, there's a lot of great dealers in Ontario. There's Pro Hockey Life stores, or Source for Sports stores, or Sports Excellence stores. There's independent shops out there, and obviously I'm accessible as well.
Yeah.
So parents reach out to me. We talk. I do demo days in July and August. So I am accessible. So if someone wants to reach out to me, that's not a problem. I can kind of send them in the right direction, and I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. If they don't have access to you, like should I take my skates with me if I'm going to try on pads at the shop?
Exactly. Skates,
like
pants, knee
guards.
guards.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And then all that stuff for sure. It's going to help dial you in and help that person fit you properly, and help you feel what the pad's going to be like as you get into a bigger pad.
Yeah.
Because that's a tough thing for younger kids.
Yeah.
And it's a tough thing for adults as they try to get into a bigger pad.
Yeah.
So.
That actually brings me to another question. That pads are expensive, so I can appreciate that parents maybe think, well, we'll get a bigger pad, but I feel like that's probably not the best route. In your experience, what's your advice to parents who have a kid that's growing? And
Yeah, that's a great call. And I think you need to get pads that fit your goaltender, your child. Obviously, if they get pads that are too big, it'll kind of hinder their performance and hinder their movement around the crease. And skating is the most important thing in the crease these days, increased movement. So if there's anything that kind of takes away from that, we're kind of hurting the goaltender. So my opinion is, obviously, get something that fits. And if you have a question, whether you're dealing with a dealer or myself, we can advise you on where to go.
Yeah.
But get what fits, and let's give that goalie every opportunity to move around the crease as they should.
So that is what's new from Vaughn pads. If you want to see how to put on all this gear, maybe you're just starting out, check out this video here. I show you exactly how to put on every single piece of equipment from start to finish. Now is the time I ask you to hit the like button for the boys. They're going to be looking at this video. They're going to be like, how many likes did we get? So give them a couple extra likes. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've subscribed already, hit the bell, because YouTube says you're supposed to hit the bell, or that's what they say. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Love you guys.